When he asks this question, people tend to answer with a straight demographics like my target market is one from ages 36 to 45 from a $50,000 a year. For a very long time, straight demographics like that were pretty much the only way to separate the people you wanted to target from the rest of humanity. Traditional media catered to certain demographics through its programming and sold advertising along those lines. If you wanted to reach well-off intellectual men, you might advertise on the late-night news or in the New York Times. If you wanted to reach housewives, you might advertise during a soap opera in the middle of the day. Unfortunately, street demographics don't give you any of the juicy information about the individual. In the old days, the best you could do was groupable in general terms according to age, gender, income, and geographical location. The internet has changed all that. Today you can get as granular as you want to with the data available. You can segment people based on musical taste, medical background, and shoe size. You can even group according to the movies they watched last month or the website they visited yesterday because marketers are now able to target so many different characteristics so accurately. People have lost all patience for generalized mass media messages. Consumers expect and demand that your advertising be extremely relevant to them. Say you own a local pet food company and your advertising speaks to women in Tampa who love dogs. If I'm a man in Tampa who loves cats, you might want to create a separate message for me. It doesn't matter that both markets can get food for their animals at the stores. Consumers want and expect messaging that speaks directly to them, or they will likely ignore you. There's too much information bombarding us at all hours of the day and night. As modern humans, we are subconsciously forced to screen out anything that doesn't directly apply to us. The dog food commercial may not even register on a cat owner's radar, even though your store also sells cat food. To create hyper-targeted messages, you have to know your target market inside and out. Successful businesses get inside the customer's mind and find out what the individual really cares about, what are their pains and passions, what do they desire, what do they think about, and what do they search for online. When you can find out these tiny details, you can search more specifically and find buyers in not so obvious places. For example, in the How to Make Money business that he has, he often thinks back to himself and when he was a 12-year-old kid buying stuff from infomercials. What were his desires? What got him excited? Where did he look for more information? What words and phrases was he searching for? What magazines did he read? And try to figure out what his mindset was at the time. If he had a wrestling product, he would think back to his own wrestling days. Who are the people in the wrestling market? What are they searching for? What problems do they want to solve? What questions do they need answered? He suggests dig into our own experience to create as detailed a picture as possible for the product we are selling. We want to go way beyond typical demographics when answering question number one, who is our target market? Then when we have an accurate picture, we can move to the next question, where is our target market congregating? Remember, our target market is made up of real people, so we need to look at their real behavior. Where do they hang out online? Where do they spend their time? What email newsletters they might subscribe to? What blogs do they read? What Facebook groups are they a part of? Are they even on Facebook? Or do they prefer Instagram? What keywords are they searching for on Google? What books are they buying on Amazon? Answering these questions can take some time and research, but it is worth taking as much time as you need to develop a clear picture of where your idle clients are directing their attention. Finding traffic on the internet really is as easy as answering these questions. Marketers try to make it complicated with all of the technology that have drive traffic to certain web pages, but it's our knowledge of the people in our market that makes the technology useful. We like to think of the internet as a huge mountain. Yeah, our ideal customers, our traffic, as a gold inside the mountain. Our job as a marketer is to find the gold and mine it out. When we start mining, we're just digging around, poking and prodding, trying to find where the gold is. We know there's gold in that mountain somewhere, but we're not sure where. So we're looking around, find this area and that area, and all of a sudden we might dig up a few nuggets. Typically, gold comes to a mine running to the mountain like a congregation. So when we find a little bit of gold, we can dig deeper and find more. We'll soon see that the vein runs deep into the mountain. If we keep following the vein, we can mine out all the gold. It's worth taking the time to do a thorough job in the booking and process, because if we can find exactly where our target market is hanging out, then the pulling out the gold is simply a matter of putting a relevant message in front of them and direct them to our offer. Do some digging, all the while asking the crucial questions. Who is my target market? Where are these people congregating? We search for a little while, and boom! We might find an email newsletter to subscribe to. That's a vein of gold. We are going to tap into that. We might buy ads in that newsletter and try to entice all the people back to our website. We might find a blog they frequent or maybe a Facebook group they like. As an entrepreneur, it's our job to go out there and find these congregations. There are people we can hire to help, and there are systems we can set up to tap into those congregations. But first, we have to get into the mindset of the target market and figure out where they congregate. Then we're ready for the third question. How can we get a customer to leave the congregation and check out our page? Inquirer interruptions. Inquirer interrupts. If I'm in the middle of a wrestling debate on the mad.com, it's going to take something special to get me to leave that thought and get there something else. At this point, we have to figure out what offering is special enough to entice a wrestling fan away from their favorite side. How can we divert attention away from what the prospect is currently doing? Like all this process, the inquire and interrupt. Your ads must be able to grab people's attention, if you want them to click over to your site. Did you know that the National Enquirer is one of the most read newspapers in the world? They place their publication in one of the busiest spots on earth, the checkout stand. People only have a split second to make a buying decision, so the publication offers short 2 to 3 word headlines that will stop almost anyone in their tracks. The magazine is an undisputed master at interrupting your brain patterns and making you notice. Our job online is almost the same. We are trying to engage someone who is already checking email, Facebook, and his cell phone at the exact same time. We have to enter potential customers long enough for them to click on our ad and visit our website. As we start to think about what types of ads should we be placing, what they should say, what type of images they should use, we recommend going to Google Images and searching for National Enquirer headlines. We'll see hundreds of examples that you can model. If we look closely, we'll notice the magazine always uses a strange or unusual picture to grab eye. Then it uses short, punchy headlines, usually describing something weird, unusual, or shocking to make us curious enough to buy a copy. The images and headlines interrupt whatever we're thinking about to make we pay attention to the product or magazine. In our ads, we place inquire interrupt to grab our prospects' attention and send them to our squeeze pages, our front-end offers, and our bait. Remember that just because we have identified who our dream prospects are and where they are, our job isn't done. We still need to grab their attention and get them to click over to our site. We do that through these interrupt style ads. Our role as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur for my company, one of his private jobs is to identify what the range of goals are requested. The sauce is not for the person buying the ads, optimizing the ads, or picking the keywords, etc. That's like expecting a building contractor to know how to pour the foundation, frame the house, put up the sheetrock, and run the electricity. A contractor does not need to know how to do all of those things to build a house. In fact, if he did do all of those things, it would take 10 times longer to get that job done. And that, hey, you understand the pieces that need to be in place to build a house, and then he hires the electrician to do the wire and the sheetrock guy to put up the sheetrock. Our job as an entrepreneur is to understand the strategy behind this .com secrets and then hire the Facebook guy to run Facebook ads and the Google guy to run Google ads. To this day, He has never once run a Google or Facebook ad, yet he has made millions on both platforms. He understands his strategy and then he sets up systems and he hires people who are great at the tactics. In this way, we all do what we are best at because he knows this division of labor works. He's not going to go into every detail on how to run the ads in this book. Instead, he wants to focus on the strategy. Then we can build a system and have our team help us to implement it. In the next chapter, he's going to help us understand the strategy behind the three types of traffic and will pinpoint our only goal when driving traffic online. Traffic we control, traffic we don't control, and traffic we own. Online. Three types of traffic. Our crucial dot-com secret, we must understand to experience exponential growth is this. There are only three types of traffic. Traffic we control, traffic we don't control, and traffic we own. Once we understand how each type of traffic works and how they tie together, we will have the ability to direct the right traffic to the right offers and convert the highest number possible into buyers and repeat clients. Our one and only goal is to own all the traffic we can. That is how we grow our list and increase our sales. Traffic we own. He wants to begin our discussion with the third type of traffic listed above because that's the most important. Traffic we own is the best kind of traffic. It's our email list or our followers, readers, customers, etc. He calls it traffic that he owns because he can send out an email, post a message to his followers, or make a blog post, and he will generate instant traffic. He doesn't have to buy it from Google or Facebook. He doesn't have to do any PR or SEO. This is his own distribution channel. He can send out messages anytime he wants with no new marketing cost. He can sell things to these people over and over again, and all of that money comes back as pure profit. He was lucky when he first got started online to have a mentor named Mark Joyner. Mark had built a huge company online, and when he started to study under him, his number one piece of advice to him was this: Russell, you have to build a list. He ingrained that principle into his mind and it became his only focus for 2 to 3 years. As his list started to grow, so did his income. The first month, he was able to get about 200 people to join his list, and he made just a little over $200 that month. When he had increased his list to about 1,000 people, he started to average about $1,000 per month. When he got his list to 10,000 people, he was averaging over $10,000 per month. And those numbers have stayed pretty constant now that they have well over 500,000 people on the list. Yes, they average about $1 per month for each name on their email list. In some of the markets, they are in the profit actually a lot higher than that. But as a rule of the thumb, when we follow the communication funnels we'll learn in section 2 correctly, we should expect to see similar results. Once we understand the metrics suddenly list, building becomes a much higher priority. That's why it's so important to convert the other types of traffic, both traffic you control and traffic you don't control, the subscribers and buyers. Traffic that we own as quickly as possible. The bigger our list, the more money we make. Traffic we control. The next type of traffic is traffic we control. We control traffic when we have the ability to tell and where to go. For example, if I purchase an ad on Google, I don't own that traffic. Google does, but I can control it by buying an ad and then sending those who click on that ad anywhere I want. Any kind of paid traffic is traffic we control, including the following: email ads, solar ads, banners, links, mentions, etc. Pay-per-click ads, Facebook, Google, Yahoo, etc. Banner ads, native ads, affiliates, and joint ventures. My person loves the traffic that he can control, but his big problem is that every time he wants more of it, he has to spend more money. So his goal is always to spend any traffic that he's going to purchase over to a type of website he calls the squeeze page. We'll discuss squeeze pages a lot more during Squeeze Secret 11, 20 bottom box of a funnel, but they have one goal and no distractions. There's only one thing for the visitor to do on that page. Excuse page is a very simple page with one goal to convert traffic that we control into traffic that we own. It sends all his paid traffic to a squeeze page, and when the visitors get there, they only have one option: give me an email address or load. Now, servers that the people will leave. The cool thing is that some of those people will give you a personal email address. All that traffic we control becomes the traffic we own, and we can start sending the new potential buyer through our soap opera. Traffic we don't control. The last time traffic just shows up and we don't have any control over it, where it came from or where it goes. For example, someone mentions my book on Facebook, their followers may search my name in Google and they may land on some random page in my blog. I didn't have control over any part of that sequence of events. There are lots of types of traffic that he doesn't control, including social media, search traffic, blog traffic, YouTube, plus interviews, and just like that. Traffic that he controls, his only goal with traffic he doesn't control is also to turn into traffic that he owns. To do this, he tries to push all traffic that he doesn't control back to his blog. If we visit any of his blogs, you'll notice that two-thirds of his blog is nothing but a glorified squeeze page. When people go there, the only real thing they can do is give them their email, give him their email addresses. After they do that, they become traffic that he owns, and he can put them into his communication funnels. He turns his blog post into modify squeeze pages to convert as much traffic as possible into traffic he owns. That's it. Further lie. Now we will read about moving into our communication funnels in the next part. That's it for